What is up, everybody? This is your boy Demetrius coming right back at you with some more Tekken 7 talk. And if you follow me long enough, you should already know by now that in Tekken 7, my main character is the unforgettable, undisputed, worldly popular Eddy Gordo. And despite the hate that many of us Eddy players get, I still ride and die and main him with pride. So in this video, I'm going to explain 5 mistakes not to make if you're just starting out with Eddy Gordo or you're trying to make some progress with him. These tips are extremely important because of the automatic hate that you're going to get for even using Eddy. You want to make sure to avoid these mistakes so you can be proficient with Eddy, and to also not to gain unnecessary bad habits with him as well. So let's get into this shit. Now, one of the first mistakes that you should avoid if you're using Eddy Gordo is neglecting to use his hands. I see this all the time with a lot of Eddy Gordo players where they just, for some strange reason, neglect to use his hands. Eddy can box it down with the best of them. He has a lot of hand moves that he can set his opponent up, or he can put pressure on his opponent with his hand moves. Moves like the back 1+2. That move eludes high and mid level attacks, and it's also a good power move. And then of course moves like the down forward 2, the elbow cut, which is one of his best hand attacks overall. And then on top of that, his basically natural 1-2 is a nice setup move and a nice pressure hand move as well. There's also hand moves like the down back 1-2 where you can catch your opponent pressing too many buttons and get him in a launch situation. And also there's the sidestep elbow, which is very underrated and very forgotten. This move is a very good move, especially for people that think that Eddy can't sidestep. Learn to use his hands and use them consistently. Don't fall into the trap that Eddy Gordo is only a kicking character and he also has a lot of amazing leg moves. That is really not true. He has a lot of amazing hand moves as well. Neglecting these hand moves can really stunt the growth of you becoming a better Eddy player. So use your hands with Eddy Gordo. The second mistake that you want to avoid when you're using Eddy Gordo is neutral throwing too much. For some strange reason, when we try to neutral throw with Eddy Gordo, the throws get broken all the time. The neutral throws such as 1+3, 2+4, they just get broken all the time. Eddy has other throws that are more powerful and get broken less. And also his handstand throw is unbreakable. Learn those other throws because his neutral throws get broken all the time and it does leave him open for punishment. The third mistake that you want to try to avoid when you're using Eddy Gordo is trying too hard to finish your opponent off with a low attack. When us Eddy players go up against an opponent when they're near death, you best to believe the first thing that they're going to do is duck and block low because of Eddy Gordo's wide range of low attacks. You should use moves such as 4+3, 4+4, moves like that, or back +2 to finish off your opponent, because the opponent is always going to think low when they're near death, and it always works out for them because they're either trying to block it to punish you or they're trying to low parry Eddy's attacks. Try to avoid using too many low attacks when your opponent is near death. The fourth mistake you want to avoid when you're using Eddy is try not being in Negativa for too long. Now it may be just me, but it kind of seems like they nerfed this stance just a little bit for where an opponent can just really do anything they want to kick him out of it. The Negativa is also a stance that he shouldn't be in there too long anyway, and depending on what character you're going up against, characters like King, all he has to do is just go low to high kick to scoop Eddy out of it. They can really just get him out of Negativa very easily. So when you're in Negativa, make sure you're not in it for too long, because like I said, characters like King, ridiculous mechanics can just get you out of there, or characters like Lucky Chloe. So be on the lookout for that. The fifth mistake that you want to avoid when using Eddy Gordo is do not abandon the sidestep. Eddy is not the best sidestepping character in the game, but his sidestep works. He's got some efficient moves from sidestep, and his sidestep is also effective against trashy ass characters like this. And finally, a bonus tip: do not get into a mash fest with any other character in this game. This whole myth about Eddy Gordo being a mash character is total bullshit, total jealousy, and total lies. You need to develop a blue collar with Eddy Gordo, because if you don't, you will lose in battle, because the whole mash myth with Eddy Gordo is just a total fluke and a total fake. He is not a mashy character at all. don't fall for it. Do not get into a mash fest with any other character in Tekken 7 when you're using Eddy Gordo. So those are the tips that I have for the mistakes that you want to avoid if you're starting out with Eddy Gordo or you're trying to make progress with him. Let me know your thoughts and your feelings in the comments section below so we can get the convo started. This is Demetrius. Thank you for watching. I honestly hope y'all enjoyed, and I honestly hope this advice will help. Show this video some love and subscribe to your boy for that non-stop Tekken 7 action. Until next time, God bless and get ready for the next battle. I am out. Peace.